Zealoters, thank you for your love and support. I appreciate it all. A lot has been happening. African youth are very worried and they are calling our leaders to book because we know that what is happening currently is something that should be a wake-up call to us. There are also other people that are also of the view that the African youth is still sleeping. We are not ready to face the world. We are allowing religion to blind us to the point that when the truth is there, we find it difficult to talk about it. And it has to do with African youth who are on social media fighting against what is happening in Iran. People are pointing fingers at Iran because they believe that Iran is rather doing the wrong thing. Iran that is in the same shoes of Africa, that is fighting for the same thing that the African has refused to fight. You see Africans who are there pointing fingers. But one thing we need to understand, if we are pointing fingers at the supreme leader of Iran, Ayatollah Khamenei, we should know that we are pointing finger at our own leader, Thomas Sankara, because when Thomas Sankara was alive, this man was his role model. He always visited this man. He was always in touch with the supreme leader of Iran.
I see a lot of people talking about the US-Iran war. Some people reporting about things that are happening. But very few Africans are asking the real question. What does this mean for Africa? When major powers go to war, the conflict rarely stays in one region. It spreads through alliances, military infrastructure, and strategic interest. And history already shows how this works. When Iran retaliates against the United States, it often targets countries hosting US military bases. Countries like Bahrain, Qatar, Jordan, Kuwait, and the United Arab Emirates have all found themselves caught in that strategic equation. So the pattern is clear. When global powers go to war, countries hosting their military infrastructure can become part of the battlefield. And this matters for Africa, because the United States operates military partnerships and facilities across the continent through United States Africa Command, AFRICOM. This is not about panic. It's about awareness and sovereignty. African governments that host foreign bases, whether American, French, Russian, or anyone else, must always think carefully about the risk when global conflicts escalate. Because history has taught us something very clearly. Great power wars are rarely fought only where they begin. Africa must always remember one thing. The safest continent is the one that refuses to become anyone's battlefield. Thank you all for watching this video and drop your thoughts in the comments.
African presidents, I hope you all are learning from what is happening in the Middle East, right? I hope you all are taking great lessons. Lesson number one, maybe you will not be taking the direction that I want you to see, but I will drop my 1 or 2 cents contributions here. The first lesson is for all those African presidents who are hosting foreign military bases in your countries, you need to know that the day the foreign countries will use your military bases to attack another African country, what Iran is doing to the Gulf states is what that country would do to you, because you cannot permit the enemies to use your country to destroy a brotherly country, and you think that you are going to go scot-free. It is not going to work. African leaders, start finding ways to get those military bases out of the way. If not, the day they would be used, especially our Sahel. We are telling you guys, especially our Sahel, the day they would use one of your bases to attack the Sahel, it's not going to be business as usual. You are going to be that enemy to the people of Africa. So it's about time you started thinking what you have to do to get rid of those bases. A bon entendu, salut.
His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, please, we beg you in the name of God, we beg in the name of Allah, we beg you in the name of our ancestors, we beg in the name of Jesus, please, this Israel and Iran war and American war, don't go and side with anybody. We beg you. The only weapon, the only nuclear weapon that we have in this country is nuclear family. We don't have anything. Knockout, we don't have. We don't have. We were in this country that Burkina Faso soldiers crossed our borderline into our territory. They entered without even noticing. So please, we beg you in the name of God, don't go and side with anybody. If you don't have anything to say, just keep quiet for the safety of Ghana and Ghanaians. Because at the end of the day, Ghanaians are in Iran, Ghanaians are in Israel, Ghanaians are in America, Ghanaians are in the Gulf country, Ghanaians are in the Middle East. Don't go and side with anybody. Someone could just talk, let me talk to you before you even release a statement. Because you the entire home, you go and release statement right now. The only nuclear weapon we have is our nuclear families. Please. Thank you.
Still on the update on what is happening in Iran since after United States and Israel launched an assault against Iran without any kind of provocation from the Iranian forces. Now, I want to talk to most of our brothers and sisters from Africa. I want to ask you now, what exactly is the sin of Iran? What exactly has Iran done so far that has made you to be so blind that you cannot see the truth? Is it because Iran is a Muslim country? Or have your religion also brainwashed you to the extent that you cannot think straight? Have your religion also make you to be so dumb that you cannot independently come out on your own to seek for the truth? You as an African, how many countries has Iran neocolonized? Now, do you think that the United States will even fight for your interest if they have nothing to gain? Do you think that your country is an African country, that if you try to grow past the level you are now, that if you try to grow beyond your level now, technologically, military-wise, and otherwise, do you think that US will allow that to happen? This is the same country that have been there trying to tell other countries around the world how to live their life, how to manage their resources. You all know how many countries United States have attacked since after the Second World War. You also know how many countries Israel is attacking presently, more than 7 countries. As a matter of fact, since yesterday, Israel have opened another war front in Lebanon. So many buildings in Lebanon, not just military targets, but civilians' building has been taken down, deleting hundreds of civilians in those attacks. And you're still very much blind, you cannot see that. This same thing United States is doing in Iran presently is what happened in Libya. Where is Gaddafi today? Gaddafi was the person who was supposed to liberate Africa. Gaddafi was fighting for Africa to have one currency, one military might, one voice around the whole of Africa. That is the same reason why United States have to take him down. Now go and look at Libya, how Libya is living today. And most of you ignorantly come to my comment section to come and type rubbish, exposing your level of ignorance. Guys, ask yourself all these questions. What exactly has Iran done to you that make you to hate Iran? Simply because Iran is a Muslim country. Yes, we all know that there are some extremists in some religions, but there are some things you cannot generalize when you want to balance your thoughts. Okay, look at the picture. The same thing United States and Israel is fighting Iran against. United States possess thousands of nuclear warheads. Israel also possesses about 90 nuclear warheads. Now, Iran is enriching their uranium, and United States and Israel is launching an attack against them. Simply because Iran is the only country in the entire Middle East that has failed to bow down to Israel and the United States as God. The same way Saudi Arabia, the same way Qatar, the same way every country in the entire Middle East is serving the United States and Israel like God. That is the reason why these guys have declared war against Iran.
See, there are a lot of things we need to understand as Africans. There are certain times when certain issues come up. When certain issues come up, we need to put religion aside. Religion shouldn't be the first thing that as an African you move with. A lot of us don't like Iran because we believe that Iran is an Islamic nation and targeting our holy land. We have brought religion. But the fight that Iran is in is not about religion. It's about freedom. It's about sovereignty. Because other people are making people to be lesser in their sight. and they want to control everybody. And anybody that rises up to fight against them, you don't become the friend. And sometimes it's like African youth, we are always left behind. Majority of us. These are the same people who told us that they'll come back and recolonize us. They made this statement very clear as Davos, and they are not hiding their agenda. And whatever that they did to us, they said they should not be ashamed of it. So if these are the same people who are not ashamed of what they have done, and they are doing it to other people even in this 21st century, and we sit here in Africa believing that what is happening is far, we need to wake up. Because when they are done, like one time they said, when they are done with the Middle East, Africa is their next target. They said they are coming to liberate us. Liberate us from what? Even if we haven't seen anything, we have seen how they liberated Libya. So I think we should learn our lessons by now. But African youth is just not happy seeing that somebody is fighting for what we have failed to fight for. This is the same thing that Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso leaders, the AES alliance are all in all, the saviors, the protectors, the unifiers, are fighting against. And they are targeting them. So if you sit here and you point a finger at Iran, you are equally pointing a finger at Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso because they are resisting oppression. We have allowed other people to oppress us, and we love them to the point that we believe that them oppressing us is freedom. But I hope we have seen that even there are people, they are not able to save them. Supporting the person who is oppressing you will give the person the power to continue to oppress you. A lot of you came and then all you say is the narrative that these people cooked for you. If you believe what they said about other people, it's the same thing that we need to believe what they said about our heroes that they took out. Any leader who doesn't do the bid of these people, they tag that person. Because that is the only thing they can use to get access to you. And they always try to turn the people against them. Like the leaders. Like the way they were trying to turn us against our AES leaders. Unfortunately, thanks to social media, we didn't buy into the narrative. So as Africans, like Mensa Otabil will say, quote, foolish born-again Christians who are only believers but not thinkers. So, we need to at least, like one time one Chinese man said, Africans, we need to use our brain power. We need to understand issues and stop following things blindly just because of religion. We need to walk past that stage where we allow religion to be the first thing that drives us in Africa. Because in this world, this new world, if you allow such things to be your priority, it means other people will override you all the time. We must emancipate ourselves. And it is only you, the African, who can set yourself free. Like Bob Marley said, in this journey of emancipation, there's nobody that can help you. So the ball is in your court. It's either you do it or you continue to be a piece of paper in the sight of other people. And now we are telling our leaders, this thing that is happening in Africa, we do not want to be part, like others are telling them. We are not part of this war. Don't bring us into it. The military bases that are on the shores of Africa, we are not at war. And for that matter, we don't need these bases on our shores. Because Iran is targeting even nations that said they are neutral. And according to them, whosoever hosts anything that belongs to the United States of America has U.S. interests at heart. So for that matter, you are not also left out. So we need to learn our lessons and make sure that all these bases must be taken out of the continent. After all, we are not at war. And this is the best time for us all as Africans, the leaders, to unite in order to save ourselves. We are the only ones that can set ourselves free. United we stand, divided we fall, and united we keep standing forever and ever. The greatest enemy of the African is mental slavery. So let's decolonize ourselves from mental slavery. Let's keep sharing to educate our brothers and sisters. Together we'll make Africa great for ourselves and the next generations that are going to come. So that's the latest around the world. In Africa.